Grammar Pirates, welcome back. Are you sitting up, leaning forward? Are you ready to stretch those noodles? If you are, you came to the right place. So today we're going to talk about comparative and superlative adjectives. So what are adjectives? They are words that modify or give more information about a noun. Do you remember the adjective song? If not, you can click on my YouTube channel to find it or re-look for it to learn or relearn the song. But when you're looking for adjectives, you need to answer these questions. Whose, what kind, which, or how many, or how much. If a word answers those questions, it is being used as an adjective. So we're going to talk about comparative adjectives first. And if you are comparing, how many items do you have? You have two. If you're comparing the virtues of peanut butter and jelly, or whether you think a dog or a cat is a better pet, or if fruit or a muffin is tastier for breakfast, there are just two items being compared. This is why you usually have an ER added to the suffix of a word or more added to the phrase. ER is usually added to smaller words with fewer syllables. Typically, the longer word, you add more into the phrase. So then we have superlative adjectives. And if we look at the morpheme super, it means above, over, or beyond. So adjectives that are superlative are above the rest, the best, and etc. These are adjectives that are modifying nouns that are the best of the bunch. So there is definitely more than two. See, we got softball, basketball, or soccer, vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry. Who talks louder than anyone in the room? You're going to be adding EST or most to these adjectives. EST if it's a smaller word, most if it's a larger word with more syllables. And then we've got these kooky adjectives. Some adjectives don't fit into the pattern at all. They are irregular or not regular adjectives. When they modify more than one noun, they look completely different. Let's see if you can figure some of these out. What are the comparative and superlative versions of these words? So it's good, then it's, and then it is the of all of them. How about for bad? Or much? What about little? So when you're keeping your eyes peeled onto these, you know that they look very, very different. So it's good, but it's better than the other one. And then it is the best of the bunch. Can go from bad to worse to the worst day. Much, and then it's more than most. Little becomes less, becomes the least of the bunch. So let's practice these a little bit. My ring is more than my sister's ring. Number 2, there is brass than gold in this goblet. And number 3, Terry put her charm bracelet in the place she could find. I tightened the clasp to make the necklace than before. So let's see how you did here. My ring is more beautiful than my sister's ring because we're comparing two. There is more brass than gold in the goblet. We're comparing brass versus gold. Terry put her charm bracelet in the safest place she could find. It wasn't just comparing two places, but all of the places. Number 4, I tightened the clasp to make the necklace more secure than before. So between the last time and this time. So I want you to think about the comparative and superlative forms of all of these adjectives. And in this case, spelling actually does matter. So you want to think about what happens if you add a suffix to these words, or if you're adding the more or most to these words. So take a minute and look at these, write them down. Number 1 is fancy. Then we have rare, delicate, good, and lovely. Let's see how you did. Fancy becomes fancier. Now remember, you change the Y to an I, and then you add your suffix. Rare becomes rarer, and the rarest. Delicate has a few more syllables, so that's why we put the more in front of it. It is more delicate or the most delicate. And remember, good was one of our kooky ones. Good, better, best. Lovely, the same thing. We change that Y to an I because it is, now we know we're adding a suffix to that. So we want to add that ER and that EST. So hopefully that helps you kind of get some practice with comparative and superlative adjectives. Remember, adjectives modify nouns. They give us more information. Comparative adjectives give us more information compared to two of something, two nouns. And then a superlative is comparing more than two of some kind of nouns that we're sharing there. So Grammar Pirates, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Try these out. Keep practicing, rewatching the videos. And until next time, arr!